Hey everybody, Mr. Chainsmoker here. Today I thought I'd talk about some ridiculous news stories because every once in a while you need a reminder that you're maybe not the craziest person out there. The first story I have for you today comes from the always classy Kansas City. Distributing heroin, part of Missouri man's religious beliefs, he claims in appeal. And with a title like that, you know this is just going to be fucking amazing. So, it reads, a federal appeals court has denied a convicted heroin dealer's claim that his prosecution violated his right of religious freedom. Timothy Anderson, 40, argued that federal prosecutors in St. Louis violated his rights because distributing heroin was an exercise of his sincerely held religious belief. Anderson's effort to present that argument at his trial was denied by a judge. A jury subsequently convicted Anderson. He was sentenced to 27 years in federal prison. Shocking absolutely nobody. On Wednesday, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals denied his appeal of the conviction. According to Anderson's argument, he's a student of esoteric and mysticism studies. He said that he created a religious nonprofit to provide heroin to the sick, lost, blind, lame, deaf, and dead members of God's kingdom, according to the appeals court ruling. You know, maybe he is a good guy, and look, he established a nonprofit to give heroin to those who need it most, and even fucking dead people. Come on. He's going to be reached sainthood soon. Okay? In rejecting Anderson's claim, the appeals court had found that the government had not violated the Religious Freedom Act because it had a quote-unquote compelling interest in combating heroin trafficking, and that it employed the least restrictive means of furthering that interest. Amazing. I just don't have words, though, you know? At least the fucking guy tried, though, right? Gotta give him credit where it's due. And now we have the main story for the day. Protesters throw Pepsi cans at police during May Day demonstrations. That title alone is something special. Oh man. I feel horrible for laughing about this, but come on, it's pretty fucking funny. Let's be honest. A May Day protest in Portland has been shut down after demonstrators threw full cans of Pepsi at officers, with one hitting a medic, according to police in the U.S. city. On Monday, as the pro-labor, anti-Trump rally in Oregon descended into violence, Portland police tweeted that demonstrators had started hurling objects, including full Pepsi cans, at officers. Shortly later, the protest permit was revoked and the police moved in to shut it down. 3 people were arrested. Earlier in the day, police had ignored a protester offering a can of Pepsi. You know, maybe this is what made them throw it. The whole stupid Coke versus Pepsi debate. The officer was a Coke guy, and it was an insult instead of a peace offering there. Both sides ended up taking offense, you know? Also, Pepsi's better than Coke. Fight me. The use of Pepsi by protesters, and that may be one of the greatest lines ever written in the history of journalism, was linked on social media to the recent widely ridiculed ad for the drink that showed model Kendall Jenner diffusing a tense moment at a demonstration by handing a can to a police officer. Pepsi pulled the ad in April after it was accused of co-opting the imagery of protest movements to sell soda. At least 3 people were arrested at the Portland rally after anarchists destroyed a police car, damaged windows and property, started fires in the streets, and attacked officers, according to police. Police said the protest permit was canceled, quote, due to numerous incidents of throwing projectiles, incendiary devices, and other unsafe conditions. No injuries had been reported. And honestly, it blows my mind. I can't get over the fact that thrown projectiles were cans of Pepsi, and that some Pepsi executive is either sitting back in his chair and laughing or getting ready to be fired. Probably both, but let's be honest. Pepsi truly did make a difference with their ad. They gave people a whole new idea of what to throw at protests. And for our last story, people are calling into a new criminal alien hotline with reports of extraterrestrials. The article is a little longer than the other two, so I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but that title just tells you exactly what you need to know, and I appreciate that. I also appreciate the level of trolling that went into this. It was beautiful. So here are 2 highlights from the article that are just amazing. The article says that the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, hotline received calls about space alien contact, UFO sightings, and Muggle-borns from Harry Potter. The ICE issued a statement saying, quote, Their actions seek to obstruct and do harm to crime victims. That is objectively despicable regardless of one's views on immigration policy. Which I guess is their nice way of saying, stop your shit. I just really wish they appreciated it as much as I do, because I find this whole thing to be so good. So good. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Let me know if you like the video and you want to see more by commenting and giving feedback, liking the video, subscribing, all that stuff. I'm going to try to upload Monday and Friday with more stuff like this, and yeah, thanks for watching.